Hello. So I'm just getting ready for a concert that I'm going to later. I'm going to see Bastille and I'm very, very excited. But I've been thinking about beauty as a concept a lot recently, so I thought I would just talk to you a bit about that while I get ready. I hate when people think that beauty is just how pretty you are naturally. Like, there's so much more that goes into it than that. For one thing, beauty is incredibly subjective. One portion of it, when you're seeing beauty in other people, is how attractive you find them yourself, but that's just a part of it. And when you're looking for beauty in yourself, then that isn't an aspect, obviously, or hopefully. So that whole section is something you can't really affect. I think every human comes out of the womb with the same level of beauty. So even though, like, obviously some people might have more natural prettiness than others, that's just got to do with how many people find them attractive, which, like I said before, isn't something you can change, so it's got nothing to do with personal beauty. The thing is, I think self-confidence is such a big part of beauty. Like, I think just being confident in yourself and in the way you look, I think that adds to your own personal beauty and your personal sense of beauty, because if you're confident in yourself, then you're gonna think that you look beautiful, which, by the way, I don't even think is a bad thing. Like, I know it's like arrogant or whatever. I think as a society, we have a fear of coming across too arrogant and full of ourselves, and therefore we shy away from complimenting ourselves and saying, yeah, I do look beautiful today. I'm happy with how I look today. I don't think I would be saying that myself right now, but you know. So yeah, I think that being able to look in the mirror and say to yourself, yeah, I'm really happy with how I look today, and I'm happy to go out in the world looking like this. I think that's a really valuable thing to have, and I think that will contribute to your own personal sense of beauty and even how many other people notice your beauty, whether they're attracted to you or not. Think about the famous people that you would consider beautiful. It's also very likely, if they're famous, that they are confident enough to put themselves out into the world. The thing is, if you said that to my 14-year-old self, she would not be happy. Because I really struggled with self-confidence when I was younger. That younger me was not confident. So does that mean that she couldn't be beautiful? And I'm still not confident all the time. So does that mean that I can't be beautiful? No, of course not, because that's not the only element to it. So the aspects of beauty are attractiveness, self-confidence, and the third one, I think, is self-expression. Let's move to do makeup now, yay. Self-expression isn't about following the trends. Self-expression is about dressing and presenting yourself in a way that you're most comfortable in. It's not got anything to do with what anyone else thinks of you, it's just got to do with you. I sometimes feel like people are judging me based on how much effort I put into my appearance. So because I like to dress up and do my face, then that somehow shows that I am insecure or that I am really excited about this event. So like I dressed up a lot for it, or that I'm trying to impress someone. And as you can tell by the rest of the video, that's got nothing to do with it. It's to do with expressing myself and impressing myself. Self-expression is about getting ready in the morning and then looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, yes, that's me. That's what I look like. That's what I want to look like. And I honestly think this is the most important factor towards looking beautiful, because I think the most beautiful thing is when people look like themselves, which is a strange thing to say, but I've seen my friends go through that change, and I think that's why puberty is such a confusing but also brilliant stage to go through, because it's about finding that sense of expression and finding the beauty within yourself. And obviously it takes some people longer than others, but I've definitely seen my friends do it. I have a friend who used to have really long hair, like down to the waist kind of long, and they cut it really short a year ago and it made such a difference. But I remember when they first got it cut, I said to them, you look like you now. And I kind of went through the same thing when I changed how I dressed, because I used to wear a lot of jeans and t-shirts when I was growing up because I just didn't really know what I liked to wear. But I think as soon as I started dressing how I wanted to dress and expressing myself properly, that's when I started to feel better about myself. And also, it just made a difference to how cute I look. And that's why I think that to an extent you can buy beauty, but not in the way that you might think, because I'm not saying that you need to buy loads of really expensive makeup products and clothes to look beautiful. I just mean that sometimes you do have to work for it. And if that's emotionally and mentally by waking up every morning and then looking in the mirror and telling yourself you look beautiful, even if you might not believe it straight away, or if it's buying eyeshadow palette because that makes you feel good about what your eyes look like. I think mostly beauty is about appreciation. It's about how much you appreciate yourself and how much other people appreciate you. It doesn't have to be physical even. Like, I know I've been talking a lot about stuff like makeup and clothes and hair and stuff like that, but I think they're just the physical embodiments of inner beauty. Some people don't like to do that much to their appearance, though everyone does something. Like, even if you don't think about it that much, but even if you don't spend 20 minutes every morning doing your makeup or don't even think about the clothes you're picking, I think there's still an extension of your inner self, like even if you don't think about it that much. That's why confidence is such a big part of it, because if you're confident, then you're able to present yourself to the world like the way you are inside. We know on this channel that I'm a bit inarticulate, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? You can help me figure out my thoughts in the comments. Please do, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm saying. It's funny because I'm saying I've heard a lot in the past and that I myself have like endorsed is beauty is pain, which is a bit of a funny statement really, because surely if beauty is a positive thing, why should it be painful? But really what I mean when I'm saying that is that sometimes you have to work for beauty. Sometimes it's painful at first. Like when you put on a pair of high heels and it's not very comfortable. If putting on those high heels is going to make you feel good about yourself and it's going to be part of your self-expression, and if you have to be wearing heels to look in the mirror and say, yeah, that's me now, then it's totally worth the blisters. I have some clothing that sometimes when I'm walking down the street in it, I worry that people are looking at me and going, why is she wearing that? But at the same time, I also don't care because I feel comfortable in it. It feels good to wear. And when I look in the mirror and when I see myself, I go, yeah, that is me. That is how I want to look. And I feel beautiful today. If you have any thoughts on beauty, please let me know because it's a really interesting topic to me. There's a TV show called Atelier which talks about beauty a lot. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. Now I look beautiful, except I haven't taken these out yet because time. Bye!
Don't know anything, but you talk endlessly. Don't know what